Why, hello there. Happy New Year from Charles, Chuck, Charlie, Chaz of CGM3 Productions. A very happy, healthy, and prosperous New Year. Make sure you have your patience and your perseverance happening this year as well, like I always have, in the last few years. And man, a lot of changes, a lot of craziness is going on, and continuing down that trail. I'm telling you. Yep, coming down that trail. And let me tell you something. It was the 19th round and the 44th entry on this amazing journey of life that we're all getting to. I'm glad you've been, partaking this. Glad you see about my updates. So I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. And, but there's a couple things that we're going to be highlighting in this one as well, because it's kind of special to me. And, it's very well worth it and well put together. So I'm very excited, ecstatic, and here we go now. But let's get something clear off the table first. Obviously, you may know it was my 19th round, and down at the New York Cancer and Blood Center in beautiful Middletown. And thank you to Dr. Modi and the fine staff that's gotten me through. Yes, there's been a couple of blood tests here and there. They're watching it like hawks. And let me tell you something, they're completely amazing. Very proud of it. And I'm very confident that this is going to happen, as a warrior and as a, hopefully to be a survivor soon. And hopefully we'll know where everything's going to stand within the next few weeks. But I just had my 19th round this past week with the blood test, and they were, with the blood work, they said, the nurses say, and which is, and I'm very continued, very cautious about it. It's like with cautious optimism and trying to get it right to the next level. They noticed that my platelets were down once again. My blood is still good, and they see constantly some good blood flow. So that in being saying, thank goodness to the amazing staff and crew over at the blood transfusion in Middletown. Thank you so much for helping me getting to that level and getting some blood back, and making sure, and then making sure what proper blood how to use. And, just making things happen. The only thing that we're still working on are the platelets. And I've been taking shots. I've been getting blood work in there. And the only other thing that's a concern is basically my calcium. My calcium was off a little bit. So I'm taking a calcium supplement on a daily basis. Plus, I've been taking the potassium chloride, in which there's something always inside the system that it makes you sluggish. And I notice that every time, especially after chemo treatments, and especially where you want to get up and do something on a beautiful, bright, sunny day, or something with the clouds in the sky, and just get a breath of fresh air and whatnot. So that's basically what it boils down to. So on that note, I'm doing very well. I'm resting comfortably on my new sofa. Thank you to my best friend, and actually to my best friend for many years. And I got a sound system that I got to hook up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Now, next week, as I kind of mentioned before, I still got blood work to do, a shot. It's kind of like a mini chemo session here and there. And then on Wednesday, it's a complete CT scan of the liver and of the pancreas. Now, that Wednesday morning is definitely stale Gatorade for 1 hour, and then let it, map out, and hopefully they'll get some results, some very good results with it. And I just hope it's, being a trooper about it. So that's where we're going to be standing right now in the next few days. And then obviously the following week is going to be my 20th round of chemo, in which, everything's going to be going pretty well. I'm doing pretty well as it is right now. Got color in my face. I gained some weight. Oh yes, by the way, good news. I did gain some weight during the holidays. I felt like there's a little bit of a little victory dance here and there, like I went from 142 to 155 pounds and stabilizing. So I've been eating pretty well, pretty much healthy, doing salad, the protein bagels, and again, amazing eateries across, around this town. So it's just so tasty, and just keeping myself in check with it. So now, obviously, this is an anniversary this past week, because not only we lost an amazing musician by the name of Bob Weir, it's been 10 years since David Bowie passed away, and David Bowie passed away from liver cancer. So it makes you think, and makes sure you check out. So thank goodness they caught it in time within last year. So we're working on that, and with the pancreas, and with what needs to be, what needs to get done. So on that case, with it, it's doing pretty well. And I gotta say a shout out to, my oldest brother that I never got to have, to Pat. And Pat, congratulations on kicking this disease, because you had a rare cancer anomaly. You kicked it up. You did it very well. And the importance of blood drives. That's the most important thing right now. So, during the winter months, if it's a state that you're, recognizing, if you're doing it for that person, do it for that person. Give blood. And let me tell you something. I'm glad, he's in the clear, because he's a warrior. He's a survivor, and he's making things happen like I am. And being perseverant, being hopeful, being patient, and, making sure everything gets done in the right amount of way. So that's, basically what's happening. So congratulations, Pat, on, surviving it. You're the man. You are definitely a rock star in every which way. It kind of reminds me of the Jedi rock star that I know very well close by. Hi, Russ. Mm-hmm. Just to let you know. Hi, Russ. Anyway, so that's on that end. And, it looks like it's getting a little bit cloudy out there. Probably a little bit of snow showers, to be honest, on a Sunday. And where the Bills are playing, and I'm hoping the Bills are winning right now. So let's hope that, everything's going to take the step above that. So, and making things happen, making things, really, really legit, and just everything being a blessing. It's a win. And on another social media page that I belong to, that I kind of, make it, every day, saying good morning, sipping coffee, being blessed, it's a win, or, sipping coffee, here comes another round, because sometimes these rounds are very, very tiresome. Now, I get the comments, and I get the questions, and I get these things that's happening, and it's like, how come you look so tired? How come you look so drained? I do with this, it's simple smile. It's because of the chemo. It's because of the long days that, been, with it. So I hope that kind of fills that in a little bit more. They want to see me with happy, smiling faces, doing the right thing, and being truly a warrior, an angel, and just being, behind a lot of good, solid people. And again, there's always resolutions, but there's also, it's a thing, with a resolution. I'll probably say it again. It's like kick cancer in the butt, and that's what I'm trying to do this time around. So, with 19 sessions, and obviously with 44 entries, yeah, it's providing me hope. It's providing me with information and, details, what I could tell you so far what's happening. And we're going to take it from there, because you know what? in the month of February, that's where the year anniversary of what that's going to happen. And that's where that's really in reflection where that's going to be hoping. So hopefully I'll be able to do a couple more entries during the month of February and just, put it in a cap. So, you may never know. I might have to do a couple more, might do a couple more chemo sessions. We'll see, and we'll make it happen. So, and definitely making it happen. Now, again, obviously I'm turning 59 this March. I'm looking forward to it. And I do a song by a daily thing because it's like to me, it's a nice little countdown. It could be a stack of books and, put it in a prominent order. What is your best go-to book? What is your best go-to song? What is your best go-to movie? What is your best, what is your best artist, or where do you want to go to on a spontaneous trip? Where do you want to really go? Well, I figure, doing this for music, since I am a avid, passionate musician, playing percussion, DJing, and everything else, and listening to some amazing work. That's the tip of the top, and it's like, it just gets to be so sweet when you do it. So I hope you understand why I do this. And it's a tribute to life, a tribute to, good songs, and, and it really, really, it's special to me. So now, speaking of which, we're going into a little bit of something I have to make a push for. And, I am very, very, very tight, very, very, close with these wonderful individuals across Sullivan County. First of all, shout out to Gary Siegel and his wife for the STEAM Fund with local artists, and bringing in the passion of music. What makes them create a great pieces of music, and great podcast with it, including with Levon Helms and the great Slam Allen. Fast, great musician, blues musician, and the sort. So check out that podcast on YouTube, on Spotify, or even on just passing along. But this one is really hitting close to heart, and this one is amazing. 3 guys that I know very, very well, and known them for a decade plus. And a very passionate in filmmaking, in music, in literature, in comedy, in every aspect of the way. And they're creating a new podcast, and I am very, very thankful, and I'm glad I'm backing these great individuals, featuring Charles Marinaro, the Deacon, and Benny Franks. And it's called I keep saying it. I keep saying it. It's the blank dive. The blank dive. Yes. Thank you. Hey, you know what? You gotta love podcasting. You gotta love, and it's just so passionate. And Charles, I love you for that. And his first one is coming up this Thursday, just to let you know. And how passionate film writers, the filmmakers, the writers, everything. And you're going to see some amazing podcasting, some real great interviews, and along the way. And then hopefully, it's just an amazing piece. So I hope you just check it out. It's coming up every Thursday night, and hopefully you get to watch it. So to my film family from Transcending Pictures and Catskill International Film Festival as well. Check it out. And again, all the best with the new podcast. And it's taking the bar higher. That's basically what it boils down to. And I hope you get to enjoy it. And this is like the interpretation. You see, there's so many interpretations that you can go with. You could do it, an update, for a few minutes, and saying, gee, I had a good day. I'm surviving, this rare disease. So it's this, and this, or it could be something entertainment value or something that's newsworthy and just to think about, just really to think about and making things happen. So as a matter of fact, this year in 2026, it's going to be an amazing year. First of all, it's going to be 40 years since I graduated high school in the area. A radio station, which is, in the Hudson Valley, that keeps rocking it for the last 50 years. And there's going to be celebrations going on and I'm sure there are going to be big shows coming up. Hopefully I'll be able to go and, see one, during the month of March because I'm a huge fan of these guys. It's absolutely amazing. And not only that, America's birthday. And for 250 years, wow, 250 years since the dawn of independence, giving you a lot of things about the freedoms, the freedom to broadcast, the freedom to, have those freedoms. It's absolutely amazing. And, I'm sure something across the area is going to be, there's going to be something huge and eventful. So can't wait for for this year. So on that note, I'm going to say my farewells for now. Again, a very happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. And I'm going to leave you a little bit of lines that I said it last year for the last 44 entries. And it just really means a lot to me in this, in this way. It's from Jim Valvano. Don't give up. Don't ever give up. And from Russell Crowe from The Gladiator. And what we do in life echoes in eternity, which means legacy, legends. You got this. Keep dreaming, keep creating, and also keep yourself healthy. Keep yourself going. Keep the positive spirit going. Keep hope alive, patience and perseverance. So, and on that note, this is Charles, Chuck, Charlie, Chaz from CGM3 Productions, wishing you a very, very lovely remainder of the afternoon. And we will be keeping you updated throughout the entire week. You take care.